Hey everyone, this is Justin with Justin's Input on Everything. Today we are working on a Zurn Wilkins 350 DC 2-inch backflow. Recently had it tested and it failed to hold 1 psi. So we have to rebuild the internals. It's not going to be that hard of a job. First thing we want to do is turn off the water supply. We want to turn off the outlet. Next thing we want to do is put a pail or a bucket or some kind of container underneath to catch the overflow water. Going to take off our caps on our test valves. Flathead screwdriver, we're going to open up, check our test valve number 2 first. Alright, next step, we're going to take off these 4 bolts right here. They're not put on tight. You're going to use a 3/8 or a 10 millimeter to take them off. Set them off to the side. Alright, next thing we're going to do, we're going to take a flathead screwdriver and we're going to pry up between the body and the brass housing. Now you should be able to lift right up. Now that we are all drained, move to the work table. So let's take it apart. To do so, you grab up here and you twist, pull that off. Set that to the side. Alright, to remove the check valves from the inside, you just take your thumb, Alright guys, as you can see, you're on a different table now. And also you probably could tell that I was struggling before the video switched. Ran into an issue. So how it's designed is you're supposed to be able to take off the one end and all of the guts slide out. You turn it upside down, you push down, everything comes right out. But we ran into a big problem. When pushing in, the plastic was so weak it disintegrated. So what went from just replacing internal parts for $100 and some change, we now have an issue and a choice to make. Do we continue to try to push this out using tools or whatever, risk scraping the inner wall of this, then it won't, hold a seal, or do we just buy a new one? I say we fall back and punt. So what we have now is this guy, brand new. Just like the beginning of the video, we're going to take the 4 bolts out. 3/8. Set that off to the side. Flathead screwdriver, get underneath. Get this out of here. This, twist off, counterclockwise. Off. That was a pain in the behind. You're supposed to be able to push down backside and everything comes out like it's supposed to. Then you replace all of these parts with this. Now you take this here, now you are in business. It's back together. That's hypothetically if we were actually able to get those out and replace the parts. Don't forget, whenever you're putting the parts on, if you do go through that, make sure you put some grease. It comes with a little packet of grease, but I like to use some plumbing supply house grease. I'm not saying one's better than the other. All right, let's go put this in. Okay, so now that we're back in here and we're ready to install, I know the lighting's terrible. It's been terrible in here. We are in a mechanical room. So take a rag. You want to clean up all around. Before it gets slammed in, take our grease. Grease the O-rings on both ends. Okay, arrow. And this is the inlet side, outlet side. Gently drop it in, making sure you don't pinch any of the O-rings. Put your 4 bolts back in. And again, these are not on tight at all. So in the repair, these would be open, so you would close all of these. Last thing the final thing that you would do is you would take your inlet side and slowly open it. From there, you want to check around and inspect and make sure that you don't have any leaks on either side. You want to gently open this side and allow the checks to charge. So once the checks are charged, system's charged, now you can fully open it. And let us not forget to replace our caps. Call your local backflow inspector, have them come out, re-inspect it. That's it.